Hey guys, so I have a huge beauty haul for you today. Well, relatively speaking. For me, it's a big haul. For others who do like $1,000 Sephora hauls, which, you know, you do you, this may be small time for them. But anyway, I have stuff from Sephora, Ulta, MakeupGeek, Morphe. I have some PR stuff that I will leave to the end because I know some people may be uncomfortable with that, so I will do that at the end of the video. But yeah, so without further ado, let's just start because there's a lot of stuff. I did finally order the Morphe Kathleenlights palette. I love Kathleen. I think she's one of the greatest, most genuine, down-to-earth beauty YouTubers. She is very talented, she's beautiful, she's funny, and I really like her, so I wanted to support her when this palette came back in stock. This is her eyeshadow palette that came out several months ago actually, and it sold out in like 2 days. And so they did restock it one more time. I have used it twice, so I haven't really had a ton of experience with it, but so far I really like it. I think she has a great variety of shades in here. This green color still really throws me off every time I open this palette, but we'll see. I'll make it work. The one thing I will say about Morphe, although the actual products themselves are really inexpensive, their shipping charges are ridiculous. To ship that was $8, which in the grand scheme of things is like whatever, but just for one palette, like compared to every other site that I've ever purchased from, like $8 for shipping, even just like the least expensive shipping too. So, just saying. Let's move on to Ulta. Now I'm gonna go to a product that was in literally everyone's favorite video this year, and I don't, okay, people are gonna kill me. I don't really like it. It's Tarte Shape Tape. Now, granted, this shade is too light for me. This would be like a highlighting shade. This is one of the new shades they just recently came out with. So I got the shade Light Sand because in the range of colors, light sand isn't even that close to being like on the fair side. However, if you look at this, this is really, really light. When I use concealer, I don't really think of it as a brightening product. I want to conceal like my dark circles and color correct more than actually brighten the eye, under eye area. I also found this to be a little bit drying. It emphasized the dryness under my eyes, so I had really, really high expectations because every single person who has used this, I feel, loves it. So I want to exchange it for a better shade, and then maybe that will help me begin to love it. I don't know. I was just really underwhelmed by it, but we'll see. I also got the Makeup Revolution Fortune Favors the Brave palette. This is in collaboration with British beauty blogger who I am not familiar with, but she created this palette with Makeup Revolution, and I really was intrigued by this palette, just by Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palettes in general. They get a lot of good reviews. They dupe a lot of the more expensive palettes out there. So I wanted to try this one just because it looked really pretty. Emily Noel 83, who is my other favorite beauty YouTuber, talked about this product, what am I saying? Talked about this and seemed to rave about it. So I've used it once, so this is what it looks like. The shadow pans are really small, but there's a good variety in here. This palette's really inexpensive. I want to say it was like $15-ish. And so there are a lot of warm shades. There's a really nice variety in here. You have neutrals, but you also have like this purple area here, as well as blues and greens here. So again, it's a good variety. However, formula-wise, again, I've only used it once, but just some of the shades, it's really inconsistent. Like I felt actually that the mattes were better than the shimmery colors, and I don't know any palette where you would say that that's true. So I definitely need to use this a little bit more before I can really say a whole lot about it. But first impression wasn't all that impressed. Okay, another Makeup Revolution product actually is a recommendation from my friend Samantha. She's like one of my only friends who likes makeup as much as I do. So she was talking about this highlighter here. This is the Shimmer Brick Radiant. I think there's only one shade. When I went to Ulta, there was only one. It looks like this, very similar looking to like Bobbi Brown's, or even Physicians Formula has strips like this as well. So I just opened this. I haven't even swatched it yet, so let's just kind of, oh, that's some pigment there. So she said she really, wow, only uses like the top shades. She's on the fairer side like me, but okay, these are really smooth too. I have to say this feels really nice actually, so I'm really excited. I bet I'll mix the top two shades quite often because those, one's a bit more peachy and the other is like a light white gold, so wow, okay, digging that. I also got this pair of lashes. I've had my eye on these for a while. I got a pair when I was working on the musical last year for one of the cast members. I had her wear these and they looked beautiful on her, so I just haven't picked them up myself. They're the 110s, which has been one of my favorite natural lash styles, but these are the Studio Effects ones, so they're layered. In the close-up I'll show you guys, but if you look at them from the side, it's not just one like curled lash. They kind of have like dimension to them, like layers. Good representation of it, I know. But they're really pretty. I haven't tried them on yet, but I'm very excited to. I had to pick up some new brow products, or rather replacement brow products. I've had both of these before. This is my third NYX Tame Frame brow pomade in the shade Brunette. I'm wearing it today along with some brow powder. I love this stuff. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think this is way better than the Anastasia Dip Brow, and it's way cheaper. So if you're looking to try a brow pomade, I would start with this one. I feel like this one is smoother. It kind of has more of a gel consistency. I really like it. And then this is the Micro Brow Pencil, which I'm sure you guys have all heard about at this point. They were out of the shade that I used before, which was Espresso, so I had to get Brunette instead, which is very close anyway, so there's that. Something that I finally bit the bullet on, which is silly because this is so inexpensive, but I finally found this. It's the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter, which both Kathleen and Emily have raved about, so you know I had to get my hands on it eventually. I am wearing it today in combination with one other highlighter. I wanted to do something a little bit more subtle today, I guess. But it is beautiful. All the rave reviews that it gets are well deserved. It's a very smooth product. The one thing I will say, I very carelessly was dipping my brush into it, and it kicks up a lot of powder, so you just have to be careful because I wasn't expecting it to be all at once, but just, you know, yeah, it's pretty. I like it. Lastly, from Ulta, I did get the Tarteist Pro To Go palette. I have not looked at this or swatched this yet, so this is a real first impressions thing going on here. So it's a nice compact size. I like that. Everyone says these shadows smell like chocolate. Oh yeah, this smells similar to the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. Oh my god, totally. And these don't claim to have cocoa powder in them or anything. Well, that's nice. Oh. So that's what it looks like. It has 6 shadows in there. 4 regular, what are these called? It doesn't say. There are 4 of the regular shadows and then 2 of the fancier shimmery metallic type ones. I like the color selection in here, which is why I wanted to try it. Believe it or not, I have not tried Tarte eyeshadows ever before, so this is going to be a cool experience in addition to another palette which I got from Sephora. I feel like that was a good segue into Sephora, so I finally got this palette. You guys will probably notice that I am behind everybody when it comes to the makeup trends. I'm very hesitant in believing the hype around products, so I usually do a little bit more research, let some time go by, let some real genuine reviews come out before I actually purchase these products. So I finally got the Tartelette in Bloom palette. Again, another thing that I have not looked at or swatched or anything yet. So I really like the packaging. This is a beautiful cover here. Ooh, look at that. It's so pretty. I'm sure you guys have all seen this palette before. I've actually had people ask me, Katie, do you have any insight about Tarte palettes? And I literally never tried a Tarte eyeshadow in my entire life. Now I have 2 palettes to work with, so I'm really excited to try this. It looks like a great range of shades. In fact, I think this could totally make an entire look. I feel like I don't feel that way about a lot of palettes. I usually have to bring in something, whether it's a blending color or a matte highlight or something like that. But I feel like this palette has a really, I think it has everything that I'm gonna need in that palette. Wow. Okay, we'll see. A couple other things I got from Sephora. I got 2 of their cream lip stains, which have been raved about a lot on YouTube as well. I got the shades 37 and 13. I don't know if these have, 37 is Pink Frosting and 13 is Marvelous Mauve. So let me do some quick swatches of these actually, because I've been very curious about them and I've just been holding off until I film this video. Okay, so let's start with Marvelous Mauve here, which is definitely more pinky than Pink Frosting, which is interesting. Ooh, oh, that is beautiful. Okay, so that's a cool mauve pink, as the name suggests. That's a really nice formula too. Feels a little bit moussey going on. Lightweight Obviously I can't tell because it's not on my lips, but it looks really beautiful. Okay, and the other one is Pink Frosting. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna like this one a lot. Definitely has a ton, well, in comparison to Marvelous Mauve, definitely has a lot of gray in it. Definitely on the cooler side, but I think I'm gonna love that one. So, oh, I love it already. Okay, so those are those two. Okay, I didn't let those set. I just wiped them off immediately, but they did leave behind a stain in that short time they were on my hand. So just to put that out there. Okay, next I did place a MakeupGeek order, as I mentioned, and I did pick up 7 eyeshadows, which I am so excited about. I got 2 of the duochrome, they're all pressed by the way, 2 of the duochrome shadows and 5 of the regular ones. I did not get any foiled ones this time. Okay, so let's start off with the duochrome shadows. So the first one I got is in the shade Voltage. I'm just gonna keep them in these little things so we don't have any casualties here. So this is like a white gold duochrome, and I really wanted this one to brighten up the inner corners. I have not used any of these yet, by the way. So let's just do some first impression swatches. Oh my gosh, so buttery. I love these. Okay, so that is that type of shade. Definitely warm and a white gold, very specifically white gold. I think it's beautiful. I love duochrome shades in general. I don't know if you can see that right there, but I'm just so excited. I honestly really love MakeupGeek shadows. I use them on a daily basis whenever I do wear eyeshadow. I just think they're awesome. Okay, the next one is in the shade Ritzy, and I think this one was more of like a green-brown duochrome, if I remember correctly. I don't know. Ooh, that one's pretty too. So altogether it kind of looks like an olive green, which I don't really need to discuss any further. Okay, wow, so that one is a lot more sheer than I was expecting. But that one definitely has a lot more of like that warm reddish brown, actually. So that's nice too. Definitely over, I think, like a golden base or even like a bronzier base. I think that'll look awesome. So definitely looking forward to trying that. Okay, so moving on to the rest of them that are in the regular eyeshadow line. The first one, sticking with the greens, is Dirty Martini. You can guess what kind of color that is. I believe this is matte, and ooh, oh, that's so nice too. Oh my gosh, I freaking love these shadows. They're so just smooth, and I love them. Okay, so there's Dirty Martini. Nice pigmentation there, actually. I don't have any like matte olive greens. All of the ones I have are very shimmery, very golden, sometimes even metallic. So I wanted to work in a matte one just because I feel like my collection needs it at this point. The next one is a MakeupGeek classic, a very well-loved shadow in just, I think it's been around since like the beginning. This is Shimmer Shimmer. Everybody loves this one. It's always included in their favorites. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Holy wow. Oh my gosh, look at that pigmentation. Okay, so that, very well deserved. I get it guys. Another shadow that would be really pretty in the inner corner. These are a little bit too light for the types of colors I usually put on my lids, but inner corner definitely would be really, really pretty. Wow. Okay. Next up, we have some warm shades here. This is Tan Lines. I want to say this is one of the newer fall shadows. That could be wrong. It's just a nice warm brown, bit mid-tone. Not a whole lot to say about it, but it is a matte shade. And it looks like a little bit lighter than Cocoa Bear, which I love Cocoa Bear, and it just seems like a little bit lighter and maybe less red. So that is Tan Lines. So there it is. These are some really bad swatches. I'll do better ones, I promise. Next up we have Desert Sands, which is like, how do I describe this one? It's like it's matte. These are all matte, the last ones, by the way. This is a golden tan, a little bit pukey, a little bit, you know, a little tinge of a mustardy pukey color. How is that description for you? Pretty good? I thought so too. Okay, so Desert Sand. So yeah, it's kind of hard to see on my finger, but it is very pigmented as well. Where am I gonna put this? Can you see that? That's pretty good too. Yeah, okay, I dig it. You know what this looks like? It looks like butternut squash soup. Just saying. Okay, and lastly is another MakeupGeek favorite. I just haven't purchased it before. This is Bitten. A lot of people love this one, and this is just a deep matte burgundy. And oh yes, I love working with burgundies in basically like every tone too, whether it's like really, really deep, nearly black, or if it has like a lot more red to it. There is bitten. That was a really bad swatch in a really bad place, but there it is. I love eyeshadow. I love MakeupGeek, and I just, so pretty. Very excited to use all of these at the same time. Okay, just to wrap up the things that I purchased, I do have a couple mascaras. I did get another of the Supersizer mascara. This is the waterproof version, of course. And I love this mascara once it's dried out a little bit. I have talked about how when you first get it, there's just way too much product on the wand. Like, I definitely have to scrape it off. But once you get past that phase of it, I think it's really fantastic. The other one is another Emily recommendation that I just haven't picked up before. This is the Clump Crusher, again in the water resistant formula. She loves this for her lower lashes, and which I will try it for, but I did want to see how it worked on my top lashes as well. So there's that. And I did pick up another, in fact I just picked up another one. Like, I've gone through so many of these, but this is just the Aussie 3-Minute Miracle conditioner. I can't get enough of this stuff. And it's whenever there's like a sale or any kind of discount, first of all, it's only like $3 anyway, but I always pick one up just because I can't be without it, basically. I just spit everywhere. I really hope you couldn't see that, but I'm telling you about it, so... Okay, so now I'm going to quickly run through some PR stuff. Again, if you feel uncomfortable watching this, feel free to go. Thank you so much for being here, but for those of you who want to stick around, let's start. So Makeup Forever sent me another package. They sent me one last year in which they sent me both of these products already, so I'm not sure if there was like some kind of like records keeping issue there, but they did send me another of the liquid foundation. This is the Ultra HD, which my shade is Y225. The weird thing is last time they sent me a package, they sent me like 2 pink shades and then 1 yellow, even though I was like, I'm most definitely yellow, and all the shades I told them were yellow. So, but at least this is my shade, so we're good. And then they also sent me another of the Step 1 primer. This is the hydrating one, which is great for this time of year because we're good. I never drop things actually, so okay. So this is great because I do have some drier patches on my face, like really randomly placed actually. So this is a good primer. I do have, I believe, 3 of the other ones, and this one and the Nourishing one I really like. So thanks Makeup Forever. I did get a package in from e.l.f. as well. They sent me some things that were more like New Year's Eve related, and clearly I'm a little bit late in showing you guys these. So the other highlight that I was talking about is from their illuminating palette, which I'd seen swatches and I was just kind of like, I don't really need it. And so when they sent it to me, I had really low expectations, to be honest. But these powders are so silky smooth. I was shocked. Like, holy crap. Like, even smoother than like those MakeupGeek shadows, and you guys know how freaking smooth those are. These are like I can't even tell you how soft they are. Like, I don't understand how they did that, because they are so freaking silky. Like, I don't know. I have no words. They're the 4 colors. I really stick to these 2 on the top. This one's a little bit too dark for me, and this one is like way more subtle than the top 2. I think you can tell just based on the swatches there. But these, I mean, they are so, I haven't said it enough, have I? Smooth. Like, you just need to feel these for yourself because they are unreal. So there are the swatches there. These are very, very, very subtle highlights. The 2 top ones are brighter, so you can definitely get them to pop a little bit. But the other ones, I would say, just overall, definitely more of like a natural look to them. But oh my god, the formula is insane. Okay, they did send me a couple of their baked eyeshadow trios, one in Brown Bonanza and the other in Peach Please. Now, I did swatch one of these, and to be honest, I wasn't really wowed by them. I don't know that their baked products are all that good, except for their baked blush that's really a highlight in Pinktastic. That is one of the best products ever from e.l.f. in my opinion. I don't know, these are just like really sparkly and sheer. I don't know, I had higher expectations, and overall I just, you can't even see that. Like, they're so subtle. So that's the peach one, and then this is the brown bonanza. Again, just like really underwhelmed by these. So here is brown bonanza. You can see the shade difference there. Now I'm sure if I use these wet, they would pack more of a punch, but honestly I really don't like to use shadows wet all that often. I really want my products to just work well as is, so yeah, there are those two. They did send me one of their baked highlighters in Blush Gems. Now I've actually seen some people really love this, and some of their swatches are beautiful. So I tried this on my face, and I don't know if it's because of my skin tone. This might work better on someone who is a bit deeper because it'll pop more, but on my skin I was just kind of underwhelmed again by it. It looks like this, it looks beautiful in the pan, but just, I don't know, there's like not a whole lot of pigmentation being picked up at all. Like, yeah, you can't, like, there's just, I don't know, it was so subtle, and on my skin it just kind of looked like glitter on my face, but I've seen it look really beautiful on other people. So again, if you have a deeper skin tone, this might work for you, but if you're closer to my skin tone, I would highly recommend the baked blush in Pinktastic. That is stunning. The formula is beautiful. Definitely recommend that. And lastly, they sent me one of the Velvet Matte lipsticks in Bold Berry, and I have not opened this yet. I don't even think I have any of their Velvet Matte lipsticks. I love the matte, like, pencils. I don't know what those are called, but they're the ones in, like, the stick form. Those are really awesome. I don't know if this is a new product or not, but this, whoa, that is a Bold Berry shade. That is a very appropriately named product. So let's just, wow. Look at that pigmentation. That's not a color that I wear often, but man, that's really nice though. Okay. That's good. Okay, last but not least, for PR stuff, I got a packaging from Milk Makeup. This is a product I'm sure you have seen because it is making the rounds around social media. And they sent me this package, which first of all, it has holographic tape on it. Do you see that? Like, can we just appreciate that holographic goodness right now? But anyway, they sent me 3 of their blur sticks. Yes, 3 of them, which is really cool. I appreciate that. That's awesome. So I have tried this once. Now, one thing I will say about this product is that it is completely weightless. Like, it makes your skin feel like so smooth, and you really don't feel it and you don't see it. Like, they're not kidding when they say that it's colorless. However, I feel like that makes it really hard to figure out like how much to put on, or even be able to tell where you put it on, and like if you put more, like is that too much? A lot of people have said that this there's a fine line, like when it's the perfect amount and then too much. So I have to play around with it a little bit more. But they also sent this mirror, which I wish I could show you guys. It's a collaboration, I guess, between Milk and Good Thing, and this is supposedly an unbreakable mirror. So I would show you, but it's just gonna, you know how this goes, but it's in here. Yay. Okay, so that is it for this haul video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know if there are particular products that you would like me to use, like in a get ready with me or something. I know all of these you've probably seen before, but you know, I could offer some insight. Probably not anything new, but you know, my 2 cents. So again, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye!